loves. How are you all? I'm in my living room. How are you? How is the summer going? I was a little in shock. It's already almost September, and I've been pretty busy with everything and with work and just being outside as much as I can because I love the summer. And next week I'm going to, next week Friday I'm going to Italy and I'm going to see my family there and my sister, and I'm so excited. So I'm sitting on the floor as always. Hi Melissa, my love. I have you propped up on the couch, sitting under the fan. I went for a walk slash jog slash run this morning, but it was a little too hot for that. So it's so hot. I just leisurely walked instead because, yeah, it's just not fun. But it still felt good though. It feels so good to be outside, and yeah, that's one of the things I've really worked on for myself too. It has to feel good in any area. Food, working out. Melissa, I've been hiding inside from the heat today. Yes. I should have probably gone for my jog earlier this morning, but yeah, it's all good. Anyways, but I feel like I'm rambling a little, but it kind of weaves into today's topic, and I'm going to keep this really short for you. This is kind of an introduction. And the topic is being self-sourced. So what does that mean, right? What does that mean? For me, it's like completely a logical thing at this point, but it has been such a long journey of really understanding what this means. And this is one of the biggest lessons that I am learning in my life, my business, every area of my life really, is becoming self-sourced. And what that means for me is instead of grabbing and setting goals and actively doing and like pushing and looking in the external experience for validation or security or whatever it may be, the most important thing for me was and is right now is learning how to be, right? Sitting in my own self-worth and working on my self-worth and working on my self-value, and knowing that what I have to offer and what each and every one of us, right, has to offer to the world in any area of your life. This can be in relationships or at work or in your business or in friendships. What each and every one of us has to offer is so valuable and special and important and unique, right? That is the world of the feminine, is sitting in that internal experience of knowing that you are here just to be you, right? I'm reading the comments. Joy says, have been doing so much swimming this summer. Too hot to walk. Yes. Swimming is nicer. I agree. Melissa, yes, goddess, attracting it to you through your energy. Yes. So that is like the next step after you kind of understand what it means to be self-sourced. Like, how do we be that, right? How can we embody that fully? So I'm going to save that for a next video. But the self-sourced, it's this beautiful mix of quantum physics and the law of attraction and the world of the feminine, right? It's just like, I am just obsessed with any of that. It's internal. It's completely internal, and we get to use our power, our feminine power, right? The feminine sense of the word, in an inward focused way, instead of the masculine way where it is outward focused, right? Do you see that difference? Do you see the difference between the two? How the masculine is about doing outward, right? And the feminine is about inward focused and receiving. And one of the things is that I kind of had to understand is that, yes, we still get to do things, right? We still have to do and take that action, because we're in an action-based reality where we get to do things, right? But the doing, the masculine doing that we all have too, right? We have those both parts, the being and the doing, are both within us. But the doing doesn't hold as much value when the feminine isn't fed and nourished and like on her throne, right? In the internal body, right? First, right? Does that make sense? From that place, the doing becomes so much more pleasurable and fun. It doesn't feel like a chore anymore. Does that make sense? And it's a little bit difficult to explain all this in a really short time, but bear with me, and I will share a little bit more about it, because I'm planning on talking about this more, because I feel it's a beautiful concept to learn and to embody. Anyways, Melissa says, how to be consistent with it is my challenge. Yeah, fill up before you flow out. Yes, right? And that was my next point too, that exactly being self-sourced is filling yourself up, but I like to see it as filling yourself up with your own divinity, right? The feeling of joy and pleasure and love and gratitude, and even, and I love this so much, even the like pain and rawness of a really open heart, right? And gratitude and satisfaction and nourishment, and is the divine speaking through you, right? Does that make sense? I'm reading comments. So it becomes, that to me is the divine, and that then becomes safe to follow that roadmap, right? Because that's the divine speaking through you. That's like your divine plan to me. So it becomes safe to follow those feelings. It becomes safe to fill up your own cup and to feel joy and pleasure. And it becomes safe to keep on following that to like reach your goals, right? Does that make sense? I will go into this more in another video, because I feel I have so much more to say about this. Another way to explain this is that we are the universe, right? So if we are the universe, then everything we are meant to experience is already within us too. When time is an illusion, we're all wrapped in this, oneness of things, so we can access it being self-sourced, right? I know it's very deep, but I love that. And in addition to that, we as women, and men too, I really do believe that, are so affected by cycles and the seasons and the moon and the earth, right? We as women especially have that beautiful gravitational pull towards us. So the earth to me is very feminine. The feminine is magnetic. It's gravitating. We're gravitating things towards us when we're self-sourced, right? They have that same vibe. Does that make sense? Does any of this make sense? And another point that I want to make, and then I'll let you go because I have to leave too. The more that you are self-sourced, it doesn't mean that you don't want anything from the external anymore. It's not that. It's not about that. The point is that you're not looking to grab on or to hold on to certain experiences in the external, right? You're not having your happiness or your joy or your pleasure depend on something outside of you. You will feel that regardless. And with that, automatically, your boundaries will become more clear too, because you're stepping deeper and deeper into your own self-worth. It's layers and layers that we get to uncover and play with, which is, of course, the spiritual journey, right? And that can be fun. It can be so fun to figure out what it means for you to become self-sourced, and how much power you hold in that to control your own experience, right? Because ultimately, you and how you feel and what you embody is your own responsibility, right? It sounds so strict, but it's ultimately, we are so much more powerful in that than we think if we become more and more self-sourced and we go through those layers of that, right? Does that make sense? And that is what I want to be talking more about, and I want to explain this deeper and more clear, and pull in some tantric philosophy in that, and some quantum physics, which I love. But this is all I have for you today, because I need to leave. But I wanted to go live to kind of introduce this topic to you, because like I said, I want to talk about it more. And let me know if you want me to do like a series around this. Like we can talk about the consistency, like Melissa shared, how to be more consistent with this, what you can do daily to like tap into that frequency, I guess, the frequency of the feminine, right? I can add some tantric philosophies in it, maybe some business things. I know a lot of you have your own businesses, so that could be something fun. So I'm kind of just heart-storming right now as I'm talking to you. And yeah, like whatever area of your life that you feel that you can have some support around that in, let me know, and I can give you some examples and how to actually become that, right? So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. If you want to hear more about this, or if I can help you in any way, what would be most interesting to you to hear around this topic? Like what area of your life, or what do you want me to explain more? What doesn't make sense? Like what is too deep? So let me know, and let me know how I can explain this to you in a way that makes sense. Consistency is so difficult, right? Yeah, so how can we find a way that consistency becomes joyful? I love that your name is Joy, that it becomes joyful and pleasurable every day, right? So it may not, consistency often sounds like it's the exact same thing every day at the same time, right? So how can we break that barrier, and how can we like change so that consistency means something, that you're doing something for yourself regardless every day, but it may look different, right? Someday it may be journaling, or another day it may be something completely different, but the result is always that you get in touch with your own essence. Does that make sense? I hope that helps. But it is difficult, I know. I have the same. I think it's difficult for everyone because you don't want things to get boring too, right? Anyways, I will leave that with you. Let me know in the comments. I love this topic. There's so much more that I can share on this. So yeah, let me know. And also let me know what your plans are for the rest of the summer. Like I said, I'm going to Italy next week, but I'll be live before I leave. And I may be live when I'm there. Got some beautiful backgrounds in for you. So I'll leave that with you. I love you all. Joy says routine is comforting. It can just be very difficult to get into one. Yes, that's another. I'm gonna muse on that and maybe incorporate that into my next video, because I feel that's a really good topic. Thank you for sharing that. It's true. That was it, right? All right. Thank you for watching, everyone. I love being here with you, and I'll be back soon. Much love. Bye. And let me know in the comments what you want me to talk about next. Thank you.